And I want to show you here today a new feature we've added, which is, I think, one of the most powerful things for creating copy. So we call it the copywriting feature. And on your dashboard, it's in the third row under extras, copywriting. So what's really neat about this option is we've created different sections that you can go and kind of do little homework, little work-throughs of all your copy so that you can create copy that's more effective for getting sales. A lot of us tend to write copy in ways that are not effective, and this really gives you some guidelines and some tips on how to build out that. And not only some exercises to kind of get you thinking in more of a marketing way. So first I'm going to show you the sections that you can kind of add and work with. So if I click on copy sections, so if you notice here that there's a section name. So for example, the first step section is what is the product or service you're trying to sell. A lot of people just don't really identify what exactly they're trying to sell. And if you write that down and say, this is what I am selling, so when I build my web page, this is the goal at the end of it. Okay, my call to action to relate that to my benefits. Everything should be related to it, and you'll be surprised how many of us, including myself, who will create copy and not keep that sale in mind. So this is really a great place to kind of identify what exactly are you selling. I am selling a 90-minute program for $9.97. So, and how is that going to be done? Okay. Some other things here is also we have a step-by-step, okay, for building out the perfect sales letter or sales page on your website. Now, some of you might choose to leave some of this out. I've taken this in from experts, the best in the world, the process they use. So you can decide that maybe it's too edgy for you, but I would appreciate you offering yourself the chance to try it before you say you don't like it. So I've put it in a step-by-step. So step 1, 2, it skips to 4 because 3 is about keywords, and we don't really have to worry about that since the Ranking Mastery takes care of that. So, again, list your products and services benefits, your unique selling proposition, building a headline, establishing the problem in the first place, okay, building your credibility. And again, each one of these has descriptions and what you can do to build that out. Compiling your testimonies, how to do that, writing your bullets out now that you've had the information, establish your price, develop a guarantee, what can they expect, any kind of bonuses if you want to add bonuses, and then kind of write out your call to action, and then just kind of tie it all together, how to put it all together in a formatable way. We've also created these things called helpers, okay? So right down here is like questions or objectives. What are the objectives and questions your clients are dealing with? Like all these things, these roadblocks that are in your way of getting them to buy your stuff, okay? I love these. I got these from Russell Brunson. They're just so awesome. If you really take the time to do them, they really help you think in a way of doing sales. And it's called Little Known, Big Difference. Well known, little understood. This changes everything. The crystal ball theory, revisiting the fundamentals, okay? I'm not going to go into detail right here. You can kind of read them as you start using them. And then, of course, if you have a podcast out there or a theme to your product or service, you want to create a manifesto for that, something that's 20 or 30 seconds long that you can have like a pledge or something you can do there, okay? Maybe a work through for doing brand names, okay? I love this. I learned this from Steve Olsher. It's called the I help with so that without having to. So you fill in the blanks. I help with Ranking Mastery, which is building SEO web pages so that you don't have to spend 20, 200, a million hours building out pages without having to actually build a website because it does it for you. So filling in those blanks will really help you design the formula for your sales pages. And then your pitch. So if any kind of pitch you have due, whether it's a business meeting pitch, you can put this in there as well. Great place to store your stuff, right? And then some questions, like some tinkering questions. What are your clients sacrificing right now? Okay, you can answer that in there and get that in there. And for what? Why are they doing it? For what? For success, for security, for challenge. And then also one of the most important ones is creating your tribe, your movement. I help you identify that. I give you some bullets and some things to follow through to do that. Create your new opportunity, okay? So when you're selling something, you're not going to be an upgrade to something else. You're creating a new opportunity for them. And it goes into that as well. And some other things that you're not going to kind of see on the screen because it's cut, but things they've tried and didn't work, and then your podcast intro and outro. So these are the things you can add to the copy list. So how does it work? Let's go check it out. So we go down to copy, and it's as simple as clicking new. Okay. So you can start at the top and go working your way down. So what is the product or offer you want to sell? And simply you just go through the steps here. Fill this out. Okay. I want to sell a subscription for $97 a month to 10,000 people, right? Simple. And then you kind of work through it here. And then when you're done, you have the final version down here. Okay, so you can kind of play with the words up here and then do your final down there and hit save. And now you're going to have that on there. So if you go to add next, step 1, okay, click that. Adding your features and benefits. Again, it's going to show you how to do that here. And then you can kind of add your features and benefits. Okay, so I'm just going to copy and paste some stuff in here just for the fun of it. Okay, one of the things I like to do is I use what's called text edit. And I'll take my text and I'll paste it in here, and it'll get rid of all the formatting, because sometimes your text has some messy formatting. So in my case, I'm going to just do that to show you what that's like. So the top's obviously separate from that. And then I want bullets, but the bullet's going to be funky because I got to go do this, kind of backspace and then enter so they can become, and then save them. Again, down here is going to be the final version. So I think you get the drift. You can kind of just keep going through all these. All right, step 2. Add new. And if you just want to add them just to have them on your checklist, it'll show you if they're not complete or not. Step 3, and so on and so forth. So I think truly if you go through this and you do this work, it's some of the best work you can do for your company to be able to get very clear on your message and what you sell, and then put that content in Ranking Mastery and even on your own websites, your other copy that you have. So I hope you enjoyed this this feature. I know a lot of my clients I work with, my private clients, we have like a Google Doc that we work through together, and it gets kind of messy and kind of simple. So I said, I'm going to create a thing in the system to where we can identify all these issues and have them in there to store. So whenever we need them, they're all in there. We can kind of go back and revisit them and have that available. So I hope this helps. Any questions you have about this, or if you think there's any way we can improve it, I'm definitely all ears. I appreciate it. Again, that's the copy section on the Ranking Mastery. Thank you.